All right, we are live. Welcome everyone to the Pirate Kitty After Party. There's a few of us in here now. There's always room for more if anyone wants to jump in. Of course, I'm seeing a big 0 on the watcher viewer thing right now, but give it a minute. That'll change.
I was going to say.
I think I literally got a bottle of wine that has a cork and not a screw top.
Uh-oh. Do you need a corkscrew?
Yeah, I've got one. I just got to go find it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's on the kitchen sink.
It's the pheasant. Hey!
What's up?
Holy crap. Somebody write this day down.
Josiah, hi.
Hello.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I
mean, other than the obvious.
Yeah, I am pretty rough, but I'm trying to be okay.
Well, hopefully we can cheer you up a little bit, because I just got a message actually from Nadine thanking me for cheering you up a little bit, I guess, as we were doing the, screwing around in the chat.
No.
So she said, "Thank you for being nice to my bird," kind of thing, or my pheasant. Yeah.
And I've been talking about you getting plucked all month, so I have to say it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I have very little.
She's been lining her pillows with your ass, so I'm happy.
Plucking your feathers to stuff her pillows. Yay!
Yeah, I definitely have very little tail feathers left. I have no tail feathers left.
No tail feathers left? Oh.
No.
We're going to take that as a good thing.
It's good. Could have left me with one. I mean, it would have been all right. That's weird now.
you're roboting a little bit on us, Josiah. So, just so you know, I guess your connection might be a little.
This might not work.
Well, stick around for as long as you can, man, because these things always go for
hours.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
I think my longest one is 8.5 hours.
Is it?
Yeah. Even longer than when I went and visited Don up in Kamloops there, and we sat at his place getting drunk on the stream, and I think that one lasted for 12 hours or some shit. And I fell asleep. Yeah, all anyone could see was the top of my head for the longest time.
Oh yeah, my sister messaged me and she says, "Yay, I watched the whole thing." I said, "But she said, but I'm not watching the after party." I said, "Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea considering the last one I saw went offline at 1 a.m. our time."
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's see how well this works.
It all depends on what's going on.
True. Everyone's trying to blame MathPig for the delay. It's not MathPig's fault. I even sent MathPig a join link if he wanted to jump in here, but I know it's pretty late across the pond there. So,
baby, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Gotta mute.
Sure, because Dave already went to bed. It was critical cripple. He says he was too tired. He says, "Nah, gotta go to sleep." So that's okay. People do need their sleep.
He's had that kind of day. I saw him in the chat on an earlier stream, and he was basically going, "I'm trying to sleep, I can't." And all I'm thinking of is, turn off your phone.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Yeah, it's that simple. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh. You guys ready?
Yep.
Everyone brace yourself.
Oh, God.
It's Nadine!
Yay!
Hi, folks. How are you doing? Hi, honey. Do you see my honey here? I see my honey.
Yeah. It's okay, buddy. You can let it all out, buddy. I got some tissue here. No.
Yeah, I kind of do need it.
Apparently, I don't have tissue. All right, I had one left.
Okay, I'm going to pop out, but I'll pop back in. My headset's not picking up the audio, so I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
Right
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be ripped up.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I feel for you, man, because I was in a relationship that was quite similar, like a distance thing, and every time I'd go there or she'd come here, and then the separation part was always the toughest thing to do, right? Because you're like, oh, you don't want to let go, and it's like, I'm not going to see you for a while, but you can always pick up a phone, and you can always do like a FaceTime thing similar to what we're doing if you ever really feel the need. At least that kept me kind of, going, anyways. But,
yeah, that was just a surprise there.
That's better.
There you go. Can you hear us now, Nadine?
Yeah, that's much better. I can hear you guys through the headset now. So.
Awesome. Good.
Yay! How are you guys doing?
Really good. You've well, I know you've been down plucking the pheasant's feathers for last month or so, but yeah, you hadn't been in my streams for a while, so that's why I was like,
I know.
I had no idea that Josiah was going to jump in, so that's kind of cool that he did. And I wasn't going to say that I sent you a link, because if you did decide to join, it would be a nice little surprise. Yay! I feel like Chuck Woolery on that fucking. I'll be back in 2 and 2.
It's very neat, except I cannot see or hear her, so I guess I'll try to cancel out and come back in and see if I can see her.
Sure, you can't see her either.
Nope, can't see or hear.
Oh,
okay. I assume you're actually talking to her and not fucking with me.
Yes. No, I'm not fucking with her.
Yeah, no, she's there.
Okay.
I'm invisible.
I'll try to figure out how to do this.
I am going to send.
Are you on a phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Jen, one of the Jens always has trouble with StreamYards when she's on her phone. If anybody comes in after them, she has to drop out and come back in before she can see anybody that came in after her. So that's probably what's going on with you.
Oh, weird.
Okay, I'm back in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, well, that might I can hear him right now. That might end up working with me. Who knows? It could be a really weird stream with me and him jumping back in and out.
Josiah looks properly plucked.
We've been talking about your plucking. Everyone's like,
I have not.
And it's like she's been plucking a pheasant.
Yeah. I literally have to like hug the wall, hug the one window to get it connected, and then it's bad. So my phone's old. So.
All right, there you're back. How's it working now? We'll let you guys go. Is it working?
Is he talking now? He is a spinning. All I see is a spinning.
Seems to be a little working.
For him. Oh, there he is. There he is. Hi, honey. We can fill me up.
I think I need my lift.
With sweetness and sugar and everything. I'll get Tuesday.
Oh,
so,
dear.
As you can hear, I'm at the airport. My flight was closed.
Oh, you're still at the airport? Oh, you're stuck in Toronto?
10:25 this morning. Oh.
And?
Yeah, my flight at 10:25 this morning that was supposed to arrive in Newfoundland at 3 got canceled because of wind. I'm here at the airport since then.
Yay.
Hour and 20 minutes, or not quite 2 hours yet.
Oh, shit. So you got to sit there and wait? Duke!
Yeah. I found a spot where I can plug my laptop in and play my game. Game. Duke!
Game!
So,
what's going on, Mr. Bonanza?
I've been playing games.
Oh, I just got home, dude. Just walked in the door. I got off I worked at both the hospital and at Lowe's today. This trip.
No, fuck.
I got to work in the garden section, though. That's always pretty cool.
Nope.
Will it
Apparently
let
won't
you
let me
into
look
the
at the
chat? Or maybe not. Not on a phone or tablet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it won't let me look at the chat. Oh, wait no.
Angie says
It's
hi.
getting angry about it because it's letting me in there.
Angie's missed you so much.
Hi.
We all have.
Yeah, it won't. I can see
that's
where
my
it
fault.
says it, but it's not.
It's my fault.
Me?
It's not your fault. You're
No,
the reason. It's not a fault.
Yeah.
The chat on
Blame
mobile
it on
is
the
just
person.
not.
Holy crap. So what's been crack-a-lacking with everybody? Man?
Yeah,
What's
it
good?
does not like it.
It's really good.
It refuses to come up.
I don't know. I'm not sure
It's all I
if
have right
Nadine,
now
can
because
you
my
hear
laptop
everyone
doesn't
in
work.
the stream?
I can hear. I
I've
haven't
decided
heard
that
Duke
Duke's
yet.
new vocation is writing erotica.
You haven't heard
Is
Duke
it?
yet?
Awesome.
I know
Yeah.
that doing this on a phone does have issues, apparently.
Yeah, it eats my battery alive. Like I had 95% battery when I plugged on. I'm at 87 now. So for every
Already?
few minutes, yeah, it eats my battery down to nothing. And like if I plug it in, it doesn't matter. It eats my battery faster than it can charge.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
I should probably plug in then.
Yeah.
Hey, did you say I should write erotica?
Yes, it's
Good thing I got like a 12-foot cord so I can
writing
be by the router.
erotica.
Should I write niche erotica like Chuck Tingle?
Oh, I have so many suggestions.
Send them to me. I'll do them. Neil, did you read my my satirical story about the apologist and the Viking?
Have I read it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
You shared it. You're all like Duke wants reviews, so you like shared my freaking short story and you didn't read it?
Oh,
I read it.
shit. No,
Dude,
I don't
it's
think
funny. Dude, get ready to don't drink while you're reading it, Neil.
Why?
Yeah, don't eat or drink.
Okay.
You will choke.
Somebody's choking.
Fuck, I choke at the best of times, so, you know.
Yeah, but you're definitely gonna choke at this motherfucker, man.
Okay.
Fucking dude, it's a story about Kent Hovind having erotic fantasy about Ansgar Odinson.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh, now I have to read this.
That's why we were surprised that you didn't read it.
I remember
Did I
sharing
just
it.
hear what I thought I just heard?
Yes, you did, sweetie.
But I'm like, yeah, I gotta read that.
I don't
And
know
then
if I
just
did or
didn't.
not. I shared a bunch of stuff, but
What did you hear? Something about Ansgar and Kent Hovind having a torrid love affair.
yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
Yes, once again, it has the line, "The voices of a
Yeah, that's
thousand
what I thought I
Valkyrie
heard.
roaring in his
I just
loins."
wanted to make sure that.
The voices of 1,000 Valkyrie.
Roaring in his loins.
I need a drink.
Neil, you have to pull it up and read it live.
Yeah?
Yeah, you have the perfect voice. Do it, then. Do it.
You think I should do it? Okay,
Oh,
it's
yes.
story time.
Yep.
Kids. Hang on here. Hang on.
You don't do it. I will.
It might be better. It might be better if Faye does it, because everything
that's
sounds so
okay.
much better in Faye's voice.
No,
Yeah, but your
I
voice is
don't.
perfect for that kind of thing. You got that sultry
I
voice.
have a
Then
speech
again, so does Neil.
impediment. Everything's better with Neil.
Wait, what? Let's not.
Everything's better if you rub a little Neil on it. That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
I'm not even sure what to say to that.
Just say meow and thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. No.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, my phone is heating up something fierce.
Oh.
No.
So I'm gonna. I can't use the camera on it for very long. That's why I don't join when I'm out and about because my camera heats up so bad.
She
So
needs a new
I'm
phone.
going to stay in the live chat and listen.
Okay.
Okay.
So okay. So love you guys and hugs and kisses to everybody, especially Josiah.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
I heard
See
that
you guys
is
later,
especially
and I'll
to Faye. Okay.
especially the Faye.
Yay!
and Duke and Kitty. Okay,
Yay.
love you, bye.
Bye.
It was good to have a second, hon.
All right, I found it. Okay. Wait, I gotta log in. I don't have a WordPress account.
It
You don't have to log in.
to make one.
I'll send you a link.
Hang on.
I had to log in, honey.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. I just go in it, creating your account, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
I just went in with a Google account. Why is it taking so long to create my account?
It's really good. It's so well done.
I don't need a site. Thank you very much. I just want to go. Let's try that again. I don't want to fucking. Lordy.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I didn't miss it, did I?
No, you didn't.
Nope.
Did you get your
You're
bottle
right.
open?
Yeah.
Like you're reading
Good
something.
girl.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Yes, Kenthoven.
No, I want. Yes, Ken Hovind. Yes.
It's satirical.
Okay, in that case,
It's a fan fiction.
Hang on.
Gotta have something to drink there.
oh Jesus.
Y'all sound like you're drinking something heavy, and here I am drinking pink Moscato. So girly.
I have tea.
Oh no, I am definitely drinking girly shit. I'm drinking the White Claw, little hard seltzer things, the Ruby Grapefruit.
Listen,
Actually,
Josiah.
pretty good. Yeah,
Josiah, your ancestors did not fight for your freedom in World War II for you to drink White Claw.
I know. I'm sorry. That's what I have available.
I'm
moment.
teasing. That's just a meme I saw. I've never had it. It's probably quite delicious.
I
It is.
haven't had the White Claw, but I've had the Truly brand. And
Oh,
it
I
was
finished
just,
12-pack of that earlier today.
I didn't like it
Oh, I
until
thought
I
it was
mixed
pretty
it
good.
with, until I mixed it with something. Like I got some like raspberry soda and mixed it in, and then it was pretty good. But like just straight on its own, I didn't like it straight.
Oh, I think it's pretty good.
I don't like
Now, Duke-
raspberry anything.
Dude,
I like raspberry tea.
Not me.
There is Everclear like a block away, but that's as best as I can do for hard liquor.
The Apologist and the Viking, a tale of forbidden love. You guys seriously want me to read this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give us a link so we can read along while we're laughing.
Okay. Hang on a second here. Copy StreamYard. I'll put the link in the
Viking
chat
really got to me. The Valkyrie.
if you want to follow.
Right.
There
You have a new
we go.
vocation.
All right. It's story time, kids. The Apologist and the Viking, a tale of forbidden love.
Oh.
Chapter 1. All right. Kent leaned back in his chair and rubbed his eyes. He spent the last few hours working on his newest article on dinosaur riding apparatuses. And it was time for a break. Kent stood up from his desk, stretched, and went to the refrigerator for a lemonade. Heeding the righteous call of God in his thirsty work. Taking a sip from his lemonade, Kent made his way back to his desk, sat down, and opened the screen on his laptop. He stared at his work, reading over it for mistakes, the glow of the screen lighting his face in the darkness of the room. Nearly perfect, he thought to himself, and he resolved to put in the finishing touches in the morning. It was time for something fun. Kent pulled up his YouTube account and began scrolling through his feed, looking for atheist content to destroy with his superior intellect and skill for logic. He watched a couple Apologia, a couple Godless Cranium videos, and then he stumbled across something new, In Time, with Nicholas Suter and some chap named Ansgar Odinson. Kent giggled at that name. He picked a video at random. He leaned back in his chair, sipping his lemonade. He would need a refill pretty soon. After what seemed like an eternity of waiting screen passed, the video finally began, and there, before him, was Ansgar, the Viking king. Kent was instantly stricken by the bearded, blonde Nordic beauty looking back at him from the screen. My God, Kent whispered, the voices of 1,000 Valkyries roaring in his loins. Never had he seen such an example of manhood, such supple features, a gaze as fierce as nor'easter winds, lips full and silky. Kent watched them move and wished they were pressed against his own. Lost in thought and filled with awe, Kent slipped into a private world of wonder and mystery where his Viking king awaited him. Thunder crashes in the distance. A young stable boy finishes locking down the horses in preparation for the coming storm. He closes up the barn to head in for the evening. He sees a man on horseback approaching the farm. Health and happiness, young man. I am Ansgar Odinson, Ansgar said. Where is the master of this farm? Health and happiness, sir. He is always seeing after the sales from the harvest. Or he's away seeing after the sales from the harvest, Kent answered. May I offer you lodging? I have a nice lamb stew, some bread, mead inside. I fear the coming storm will be fierce. Aye, rest and a bit of mead will do me good. I am weary from my travels, Ansgar replied. Kent felt a thrill in his heart as the big man dismounted his horse, the muscles in his thighs and arms bulging. He handed Kent the reins and went into the house to wait. Kent watched until Ansgar disappeared and went to stable his horse, a big steed, as was necessary to carry the weight of the man. As he rubbed the horse down, Kent couldn't help but fantasize that he was rubbing down Ansgar instead. He imagined the Viking's powerful muscles first tensing and then giving way to his firm touch. He heard in his mind the hot, heavy breath and gentle moans as he worked the tension from Ansgar's body. Kent put away his tools. Well, that could be misconstrued.
Oh, yeah.
And locked down the barn, securing the animals. Heading into the cottage, he took deep breaths to clear his head, as slow as pulse. He could not feel this way. It was forbidden. Upon entering the cottage, Kent found Ansgar reclined, with his massive feet up on the footstool, drinking a horn of mead, which is really the only way to drink that stuff. I help myself to a drink, Ansgar said, smiling. I'm glad, sir. I am sorry for the delay, Kent replied. I was seeing after your horse. It's a fine steed, sir. Aye, it is indeed, answered Ansgar, giving the young man a long, steady look. Kent blushed and shuffled a bit. Shall I fetch your dinner, sir? Kent asked. Aye, I am famished. You'll be joining me, of course. I have many questions about the country ahead. Thunder crashed overhead, and the first gales of the storm billowed around the cottage. The young man moved to the kitchen and served up 2 bowls of stew, a loaf of bread, and fetched a fresh keg of mead. He set the table, and Ansgar moved to join him. As they sipped and spoke, Kent felt a yearning in his loins, a deep need to kiss and be ravaged by this man. After dinner concluded, Kent tidied up and joined the Viking in the main room. Come and sit next to me, Ansgar said, his deep, booming voice sending quivers up Kent's spine. Gladly, sir, Kent replied, moving over to sit close to Ansgar, his heart thrumming in his chest. I've noticed your gaze upon me and see the need in your eyes, Ansgar said. You're a very comely young man. Thank you, sir, Kent replied submissively. Come sit on my lap, Ansgar said. Kent moved to where Ansgar was sitting obediently and settled upon the big man's lap. Something firm and surprisingly large pressed against his buttocks. Oh, I know where this is going. I have been some time without affection, and your shapely figure has aroused me, Ansgar breathed into his ear. Would you pass the evening in my embrace? I am yours, Ansgar, Kent moaned. Ansgar pulled Kent in to kiss him, and Kent exploded in a sea of fiery lust. And strangely enough, his loins went cold, uncomfortably so. Kent jumped up from his computer table, pants soaked with ice lemonade. Kent went into his room and changed his pants, no small feat, considering the erection he had. The dream had been so real, he could almost smell the aroma of oil and man musk the beautiful Viking admitted. Oh well, he thought. The mood was ruined for now, but he always had later. He would return in due time to the simple life of a stable hand and the beautiful Viking Ansgar, the picture of manhood, the mighty warrior who would rescue him from his meager existence and whirl him away to high adventure in his firm and loving embrace. Freshly changed into his bedclothes, Kent settled back and dreamed. This story is meant as satire. Oh, wait, that's not even... Wait, never mind. I love you all. Yeah, there you go. It's just for fun and a bit of a laugh. That's fucking funny, man.
That was wonderful.
That's fucking funny. Does Ansgar know about this?
Yeah. No, I said it to him. He thought it was hilarious. I swear to God, it was probably 3 months ago, if not more. Bubba approached me and was like, "Hey, Ansgar was talking about like kissing a cardboard cutout of Kent
Awesome.
or some shit." He's like, "We want somebody to write like a fan fiction of Kent falling in love with Ansgar, and would you do it?" And I was like, "Will I?"
You can't stop me now.
You goddamn right I will. That's a rough draft. I need to go back over it and like extend it a little bit and add some flourishes, but
As I was listening to this, I'm sitting here thinking, who does he hate more?
Yeah. It's clearly Kent.
I think that actually may have started for me because when Ansgar had his fundraiser going on, I asked him how much it would cost to for a donation. How much would it cost for him to make out with an 8x10 photo of Kent Hovind?
that's probably exactly right. That is what I was.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's what started this. You are the snowball that
Started the avalanche.
the avalanche that is Ansgar and Kent Hovind's secret, desperate love for one another.
Yeah, now hearing it come to fruition, I'm pretty sure that YouTube's rule about no live masturbating has never been more useless.
What if I'm dead? Never mind. Rory, you said you were interested in jumping in. Hang on. Did you send me a message, or do I have to dig for you?
So sad. Now, at first I was like, Dinosaur writing. Is Ansgar going to be like, I haven't written a dinosaur in quite some time, Ken?
No, that's just like my way of like mocking the fact that he thinks that dinosaurs and humans lived with one another and that like T-Rexes ate fucking vegetables and shit.
I know, but I couldn't help but think of it as foreshadow.
You know, now that you say that, it makes me a little bit sad that I didn't go that route. But you never know.
Too.
There could be laser raptors in the next one.
Laser Raptor's awesome.
You know, chapter 2 is Kent once again going back to listen to Ansgar, closing his eyes and listening to that voice while he fantasizes. Yep.
Ansgar, astride his laser raptor, lowered his hand to Kent, and said, "Climb aboard, son. The world needs saving."
You know, when you say that, for some reason, it makes me think of that old 80s or 90s cartoon that was based off of Highlander.
What's it called?
I don't remember. Let me see.
You sure it wasn't like an actual Highlander cartoon, or?
The Laser Raptors reference is actually a reference to Kung Fury.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen Kung Fury, but it's the most amazing thing in the history of amazing things.
Dude, I was one of the financial backers for that movie.
Really?
Yep, I've got my own copy that they sent me.
That's awesome. That movie is fucking fantastic. I was simultaneously struck by lightning and bitten by a cobra. That is rock riding at his fucking best.
Oh, fuck. This is the opening scene with the guys on the skateboard, and they flip the cop car by stepping on the skateboard, and it goes fucking flying. That's hilarious.
You're breaking the law!
It was literally called Highlander, the animated series.
Okay, right on.
They're on some planet. They're not on. I don't think they're on Earth.
They're
I just remember there being.
What do they call it? Because in Highlander 2, they revealed that they were aliens or whatever.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember. Yeah, because Michael Ironside was the bad guy in that one.
Yeah.
I fucking love Michael Ironside.
I almost want to say Xenu, but that's the fucking planet from Scientology. Or the god.
That's the god from Scientology.
Alien god, dude.
Hey, speaking of 80s cartoons, does anybody here remember the cartoon Silverhawks?
Yes, vaguely.
Barely.
Not at all.
The only reason I remember, I was super into it because one of the main characters had a guitar
and when he played it, hat.
And a cowboy hat, and when he played it, it shot laser beams that shaped like musical notes out of the end of the guitar.
That sound familiar. That may have been a Kiss cartoon, and that might have been Ace Frehley's guitar.
Dude, Ace Frehley was my hero when I was a kid. I dressed up as Ace Frehley. I dressed up as Ace Frehley for 5 consecutive Halloweens.
I dressed up as him just for fun. It wasn't even Halloween.
Yeah, but you're older than the dirt that you sleep in, dude. You were like a teenager in 1980.
Wait, let's see. Okay, here we go. Yes. Oh, it was an anime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was American, though.
It was
American made.
Looked kind of
anime-esque.
Well, yeah, because everybody was trying to capitalize on the Robotech and Voltron.
Yeah, Voltron, and that wasn't the only one either. They had
and the planet's name
Star Blazers.
Yes,
the planet's name was Zeist. But this is the
Zeist.
picture. Where is it? Where'd it go? There we go.
That's right.
Right. I remember that.
And he's got a dinosaur mount. And when you said that, I just pictured this old cartoon.
And that's yeah, I totally remember. It didn't last long though, if I remember.
No,
it was like 1 season, and that was it. If they had a whole season. 95. So that came out around the same time as the X-Men series. Hey, none of that, Josiah. None of that.
Nope.
I feel so bad for Nadine being stuck at the fucking airport like that.
Yeah, no. It could have been like extra time I could have had her here. It's not fair.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Now, being stuck in an airport is like only slightly less bad than being stuck in the line at the DMV.
Especially if that sloth guy works there, like in that movie.
Okay. I know, right? You remember that Primus song?
Yes.
DMV? Been to hell, I spell it DMV.
That's off Frizzle Fry, isn't it?
No, it's off of Pork Soda.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. You're probably right.
It's off the same record, because it's the same record that has Mr. Crinkle and
My Name is Mud.
Yeah, because Frizzle Fry's their first record, so that's the one that's got Too Many Puppies.
Yeah, that's the one that's their. It's their first full length album, I guess, because they had some EPs too.
Yeah, it was their first. It was their first studio record.
Yeah.
I think they had a live record as well.
I think so, yeah. Well, now, Southbound Pachyderm, that was on Sailing the Seas of Cheese, was it not?
Yes, I think so. Sailing the Seas of Cheese is by far my all-time favorite record by
Me
them.
too.
But
Tommy the Cat's my name.
Yeah. Or fucking Is It Luck? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Play that fucking bass line. I was a pretty fucking good bass player in my day. I'm not shit now because I haven't played in like 5 years. But back when I was playing all the time, I was really good, and I could never fucking play that bass line, dude. Never.
Hey, look who showed up. It's like all the old gangs finally getting back together here. It's Artie.
Artemis
Artie?
brain sample. You silly cunt. I love you.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yes, I sent an either.
It's like we're all getting together again. It's like old times.
Dude, can he come in?
Artie?
I fucking love Artie. Like I love a fucking brother and shit.
Like you love me.
Even if he is a bit like I love you.
Yes.
If you were my brother.
I'm missing some equipment.
Yeah. You're indoor plumbing, not outdoor plumbing.
I can't pee that well.
Don't you eat that yellow snow, you naughty Eskimo.
Wait, whoops, I fucked that up. Hi, Dookie. Isn't that Dookie? Isn't that what? Never mind.
That's another word for fucking doo-doo. And you can thank the under fucking upside down man for that, because that's fucking cunt that started calling me that. Love you, Nacha. I love you. But thanks for giving me a nickname that's a fucking colloquialism for fucking shit. Appreciate that, buddy.
Well, that's like Beelzebub a couple days ago was talking to Lizzie, and she called him BM, and he was like, "Please don't refer to me as bowel movement."
Oh, that's hilarious. I never would have thought of that.
Yeah,
I would have been like, big motherfucker. Like, what does that mean? Bowel movement. Oh, Rory, you're not gonna be able to make it. Oh, damn it! Rory has like quickly become one of my favorite people too. He's awesome to have in these chats. But if he can't make it in, Artie, there is a link if you want to jump in The Usual Suspects. I think. Did I put one there? I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, that's where I got it.
Did you? Oh, well, yeah, right. Because I don't.
I'm so sad I can't be in the. I'm so sad I can't be in The Usual Suspects anymore.
Why?
Because I'm not there. There's not enough room, is there?
I added you.
Is that The Usual Suspects?
Well, Neil,
I want to say I'm in a group, but it's called new. Use this one, Midnight.
That's Purple's.
Yeah, I'm not a part of yours, buddy.
Are you sure? I'm sure
I'm not here. Dude, I'm not there, man. I'm looking at it now.
No, I'm not there.
Okay, Neil, if you need room, when I got my account suspended, or they actually told me it was like deleted, like a month or two ago, you put my second account in there. So if you need to like remove one to put Duke back in, there's a spot you can take out.
I can't.
I think it was.
I can't remove anybody. I can't.
You don't know how.
Well, no. This group was started for me by Nadine. So the only one that can do it is her.
Oh, okay.
So she'd have to boot people out. Let me just
tell you what. I have a connection there that I can get this done for you. I have the connections.
We have the technology. We can rebuild him.
So wait, your old account is not working?
No, my old account, I was able to go through the appeal process, and Twitter said, yeah, whoever reported you was full of shit, and they restored my original account. But I had built a second account just in case that happened.
Oh, okay.
And my second account is also in that list.
I just added you, Duke.
Well, I mean, those things are endless. I think you can have as many people as you want, as long as the
50.
Really?
Yeah, you can only have 50. You can only have 50 in a private chat.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got permanently suspended, and when I appealed it, they were like, "No, you're a hateful asshole," and I couldn't even be mad at them.
Who? Me?
Me? No, I said they said when they suspended my old account, I appealed it, and they were like, "No, you're a hateful dick," and I was like, "I can't even be mad at you about that. I am a hateful dick."
All right, you got me.
You figured it out, dude. Like, I'm an asshole to this trad cats. I'm pissed off the Catholics. That's why, like, if for some reason the algorithm doesn't come back around and be like, you evaded suspension, so we're going to suspend you again, I'm just going to fucking add to people that I like to chill with, and that's it. That's all I'm going to use it for.
Well, there you go.
Because you can't be honest on fucking Twitter, dude. You can't, like...
Well, you can be honest. It's
say what you mean.
The language that you use while you're being honest.
Yeah, but if I'm being really honest, if I'm being super honest,
it includes a lot of expletives. Is that what I'm getting?
It includes you're a fucking cunt, you stupid traditional Catholic cunt. Like, stop telling people to stop masturbating. That's the dumbest fucking argument in the history of fucking time.
And once again, for old time's sakes, there goes monetization on this one.
Yeah. Purple brings up a good point too. Like when you add someone to a group, like if I add Duke and I add Wonder Lady and they get into a fight and Duke blocks Wonder Lady, it'll kick her from all the mutual groups.
Yes. Yes.
We had that issue because somebody in the group had blocked somebody else, and then their account got suspended permanently, and you couldn't remove it from the group. And so other people couldn't be added to the group if they were blocked by that original account. It was so stupid.
That's why I left a lot of DM groups, because there was someone I wanted to block that was in most of them. So instead of like forcing people to choose one or the other, I just figured it would be better to leave.
Oh, Rory's here
Artemis
too.
Brain Sample. Artemis Brain Sample, you silly cunt.
Yeah. Hang tight, Rory.
One of these days, Artie, I'm going to put you over my knee, dude.
Oh, he'd like that.
Your knees are too close together.
Oh, your eyes are too close together.
You know what, Artie? You know what's hilarious? Whenever I go to the pub to play Keno, they have the screen up there, and they also have the Texas Hold'em poker stuff that you can play too. Sure, yeah. And they have the pretend characters. One of them is a fucking dead ringer for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of the dead ringer. Every time he comes, I go, "Hey, that's Artie. They made a cartoon of Artie." Except he doesn't have the full goatee. He's just got kind of like the bottom bits here. But it looks just fucking like you.
Yeah. Well,
next time I'm there, I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. You're gonna go, "Holy shit!" Even has a baseball cap, the glasses, the fucking facial hair. It looks just like you.
It's me. It's really, really me.
Fuck you too, Artie. Nacho says.
Oh, it's like old times.
Yeah.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Yep. Hey, Artie, I thought about you the other day, buddy, because a lady that works with me, who's like, I love her to fucking death. Like, if there was a female version of me, she's like me, only pretty and with titties. Like, she's exactly like me.
Give us some time for the titties.
The only fucking chink in her armor is her all-time favorite song is "We Built This City on Rock and Roll."
Nope, hard pass, nope. Cannot fucking have it.
I tried to explain to her that, like, "We Built This City on Rock and Roll" is objectively the worst song ever. And, like, that's like the laws of logic, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's like the fifth law of logic.
All right. Let me. If anyone wants to volunteer to jump out for a bit, I've got a friend who's waiting, so to say, in the green room. We'll say that is across the pond. So I would like to let them in for a little bit.
I would pop out. I'll just stay in the green room.
Yeah, you want to do that for a little bit?
Sure.
No smoking in the green room.
No, it's perfectly
in
okay.
the green room,
Smoking in the green room. Yeah.
There is no sex in the green room.
Oh,
Really?
that's what
Does that
you
include?
think.
No one gets laid in the green room.
Oh,
that's the VIP room. My bad.
You guys say that, and all I can think about is that Green Room movie that
Rory!
was made a while back.
What's going on, my brother?
Oh, it was it's a great movie.
I'm very well. It's a bit early here in the United Kingdom.
Early.
2:16 in the morning, but there we go. Hi, Neil, Kitty,
Hello.
Desire, Duke, Artemis.
Well, when he's in Canada, we call him Artie Moose.
Oh, right.
I remember a hockey stick in one hand and a Molson Canadian.
Yeah, I'm the moose out front that should have told you.
I remember driving up through the state of Maine once, and you come across this sign that says, "Beware of the moose." It's a road sign.
Yeah,
It's like, what, one moose?
Just the moose.
Yeah, apparently there's this one moose that's running around. He's a total badass.
Well,
you don't want to hit those things when you're driving.
If they had said beware of the mooses, that's another problem entirely.
Yes, it is, because that's not like English. Beware of the meese. Wait.
Mises?
I can't stop looking at this one. I'm sorry. Mises. That's what is that? Mr. Jinx? Is that what that was? Was it Jinx and the two stupid? I hate Mises to pieces. Is that what it was? Anyway,
I hate Mises to pieces. That
Mr. Jinx, Mr. Jinx, and I can't remember the mice's name.
Pixie and Dixie and Mr.
Pixie
Jinx.
and Dixie. Yes, thank you. Moose and Squirrel. No, that's Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, that's Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Moose and Squirrel.
I hate Moose and Squirrel. Yeah,
I had a friend that was
Jason.
I had a friend. Oh, sorry.
Right, we don't believe you already. You don't have.
We already know this is a lie.
Wait. What the fuck?
You all right there, Duke? Or should I say Dookie?
Dookie. It's all about how you spell it in your head.
Now, so here's: would you rather be Dookie or Dukums?
Dukums? Ooh.
I'd rather be Duke.
Yeah, well, that ain't happening. So pick another one.
that wasn't an option.
We've already decided you're not getting that one.
I am the Duke of all bonanzas. So
sure.
The high priest of the Church of the Risen Macho Man, Randy Savage. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So no.
So
no.
I don't want to
Duke of the Bonanzas. So you're like friends with Little John?
Oh, you're talking about
Robin Hood's.
Well, that's what I call you, Artemis. It's Little John.
Yeah, well, in real life, very big.
This Little John was a character from Robin Hood, yes, but he was also. They didn't call him Little John on Bonanza, though, did they? Wasn't it Big John or something?
I thought it was Little John. The blonde.
That was the joke. He was a big man.
Oh yeah.
That was the whole point.
I liked Men in Tights. That was funny.
One of my favorite movies ever.
Oh,
yep.
Unlike some Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent.
Yeah,
I fucking love him. I cannot remember the actor's name because I'm
Cary Elwes.
Yeah,
Princess Bride.
Cary Elwes.
Cary Elwes. Yeah.
Cary Elwes.
Yeah. Neil, he was my roommate at school.
Cary Elwes.
He has a song in that movie.
Get out of here! Really?
He knows every word.
Yes,
with an English accent.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely
amazing. That's fucking amazing. He's a great actor. I love him.
Yeah, he was in what was the big one he was in?
Princess Bride.
Oh, Princess Bride. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
You know, he also read a really large portion of the audiobook for Demon Haunted World.
That's right. Right. That's right. I have that actually. I have that on my book list.
He's fantastic.
He's one of he's one of those people. He got blocked by Trump. Trump tweeted something and he called him Trumperdink.
That's funny. I would totally. I would totally touch his penis. Just telling you.
Hopefully, it's consensual.
Yeah, Kitty.
Not against his will, Neil. I'd be like, "Can I touch your penis?" And if he was like, "Yeah," I'd be like, "Sweet."
Hey, can I wrote that for you?
I've been thinking about this since the 3rd grade. You know what I mean? Like,
that's an awful long time.
I roboted it out. Who are you talking about? Was on Demon Hunter World?
He's talking about touching Cary Elwes' penis.
Yeah.
I
Kitty.
was going to say that Seth MacFarlane also has a chapter in there, and I would be totally down.
All right, so go ahead, Rory. You were going to ask Kitty.
Okay, thanks. No, Kitty, talking about Atlanta, Georgia. Cary Elwes was in Atlanta, Georgia last year. They have some kind of convention which is all to do with like Star Wars and that type of movie thing. And
last
I think they had
month.
Was it last year? Yeah, last year.
That could be MomoCon. That could be
that's the one.
Con.
Right, DragonCon. That's the one. And,
DragonCon's the big one.
Right, I have a third cousin who lives in Gainesville, Georgia, and she went to it and met up with Cary Elwes and said, "Do you remember Rory Herbert from school?" And he said, "Yes, I do." I mean, I'm going back a lot of years now, but yeah. And he said, "We survived it." That was his comment.
That's cool.
Oh, we lost Josiah. All we see now is the little spinning. What do you call it? There you are. You're back.
Scared the shit out of me.
Did you catch that? I posted that up there for you, Rory. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Wonder Lady.
Oh, shit.
I love your voice too.
Yes, she's got a great voice.
No, I was going to say, Rory, if you could read the epitaph at my fucking memorial, that would be fantastic.
You'd be more than welcome, sir.
It'll be really simple. It'll be, this man was Duke Bonanza. He loved titties. And that's it.
And Cary Elwes' penis.
That's all you have to say. Can you?
He died never getting to touch.
Oh my God!
Can you preview it for me, sir?
I have seen Cary Elwes' penis.
Hey, dude, can we bury you with your butt sticking out of the ground so we have to
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
So if you want to Google Cary Elwes, you can find what school he went to, and then you'll know about me as well. But there we go. Do you know his stepfather, Elliot Castro, directed Where Eagles Dare?
Wow, really?
Yeah. That was his stepfather. Really cool. Yeah.
I seen the movie like once a long time ago. So
yeah, good movie.
Yeah, it is very good.
He had two brothers there as well. There was a Cassian Elwes. I think he became a film director. They were all very Hollywood involved because of the stepfather.
Wow, look at them. They look like Hollywood people.
Yeah.
They've got that look for them. Great moment to get back. Santi the Saint. I wonder what moment he popped in when we were talking about Cary Elwes' penis, probably. I wonder. You should send him an email. You should watch this out party. We mentioned you quite a few times.
Couldn't shut up about your dick.
The thing was, when I was at school with Cary, it was a typical British public school, and the bathroom was just all bars lined up next to one another, and if you didn't have room, you had to actually get into a bath with another boy and share the water. So, I mean, you were all, just loaded naked men in bathtubs. I mean, you saw everybody. You couldn't help it.
We're busted.
It sounds like Duke's house on a Thursday.
Dude, no. Thursday is the night that I anoint myself with chicken blood. Thursday is the night when I anoint myself with chicken blood. Thank you.
My bad.
Okay.
The Wednesday night.
Santi, when I said he probably came in when we were talking about Cary's penis, is like, you're exactly right. Well, Santi, my friend Rory here was actually Cary Elwes' roommate in school. So that's like, you want to talk about blowing my mind. There was a small explosion back here because I really don't have that much of a mind. So, yeah.
Just that little thing in the back.
Yeah, just
that
little dangly down bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we need audio, not necessarily tonight, but we need audio of Rory reading my story.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Throw something up on the screen. I'll do my best.
You know what? Can we do it? Can we do it, Neil? Is it too much?
I just read it.
I know you did, but I want him to record it. You send him a link?
Yes, I can.
No, Neil read it really well. I couldn't do better than Neil.
Well, you just have I have the silly Canadian accent. You've got the nice British accent.
It sounds like...
Yeah, no,
I got the old, how's it going, eh?
There's way too much of boot. Way too much of boot in Neil's accent.
No, you say
about.
About.
Shut up, Artie.
Listen. Just because he drives a Prius doesn't mean he can't be a biker pirate.
All right, I have stood beside my car, taking pictures of the badges. Ford Fusion, not fucking. What do you call it? Prius.
We have a Prius, dude.
It's not a fucking Prius.
Priuses
don't even look like the car I have. They're much smaller.
The same color.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. It's.
Oh,
all right, Neil. My next fan fiction is going to be you making love to a Prius.
Really? Okay, that one will get Rory to read.
The way God intended.
The way God intended. Yeah. Rory, why is the picture of the pig wearing?
That's all right. No, I know that was a mistake. Sorry about that. It was a joke.
Oh,
no. Math pig joke.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, math pig with a crucifix around his neck. Yeah.
Oh, he cracks me up. He's hilarious. I'm trying really hard to get. I've been talking to him quite a bit lately. I'm trying to get Creaky Blinder on here because he is so fucking funny. And he doesn't necessarily identify as an atheist, and he's never really been religious. But as I've done with others like Rachel Oates, I've had them on where we talk about religious influences in our lives, like people trying to get us, that kind of thing. So, and yeah, I think he might go for something like that. So hopefully, and he's going to have me on his show at some point too, which would be really cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So I
played his bit with Team Skeptic was really funny.
Yes. Yeah, he's a big fan of Team Skeptic. I don't even think Team Skeptic knows I exist yet, so there you go. But he'd have that'd be a good person to have on too. Be Team Skeptic.
I think I just realized what I could have done to fix my glass glare problem.
What's that?
Just wear some sunglasses.
Yeah.
I discussed the reasons I wear my sunglasses with Math Pig.
It's because his eyes are too close together.
Yeah, it's because my eyes are too close together.
Well, I was trying to set up and do this stream with a camera because I have self-confidence issues and I didn't take any pictures last year at Faithless Forum. And I'm like, well, I'll just do this on camera. I'll start doing things on camera and then I'll have more confidence. I plug my camera up and you can't see my eyes because all you can see is the glare off of my computer monitor.
Well, yeah, you can wear like I think they make like non-reflective type sunglasses too, don't they?
Yeah.
They're almost like a matte finish, kind of.
Interesting thought.
Liana Kersner, who's one of my heroes, uses like these yellow tinted glasses. They're really cool.
Oh, look at this, dude.
Oh, you fucking bastard. I love you too. I missed you. I missed all you guys. You're all fucking awesome.
Wonder Lady, what's this all about? Oh, is this... Okay.
Oh, that's Shoop by Salt and Pepper.
Oh, that would explain... Whoops. That would explain that then.
Can you get surprised with that shake boob? It was booty. If looks could kill you, would be an Uzi or a shotgun. Damn, what's up with that thing? And that's all I can remember, and I'm not singing anymore.
That's what shit.
My connection keeps dropping.
So Deadpool's.
So I'll talk to y'all later.
Thanks for jumping in, Josiah. It's like
okay, buddy.
I finally
nice to meet you.
I got to de-virginize you on my show.
I know, right? Like, I've never hung out with you before. Like, we've interacted so many goddamn times. Hey, listen, just a bit of advice. If you take a little bit of A&D ointment and rub it on the places you got plucked, it won't have a rash.
All right, we can add Faye back.
Wait, who was? I'm so. Oh, okay.
That was just
I was so confused for a minute.
Also known as Faithless Peasant.
No, I got that. I thought Duke was leaving, and then he dropped, and I was like, uh-oh. And I'm like, no, wait, he was the one that said he was leaving.
Poor Birdman didn't have a very good connection, so.
Yeah.
So welcome back, Faye. Hanging out in the green room, listen to us be idiots.
Now you gotta sing. You can't write it anymore. You gotta sing.
You gotta sing.
Oh, God.
Wasn't I supposed to sing in the last stream we had?
What?
Somebody kept asking me to sing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll sing," and then I never did. This is the last one, not the last one, but it might have been the one before that when Mikey was in here with us.
Oh.
Mikey Famine.
I have
I don't remember.
like a sieve for things like that.
Hey, Faye,
Ask me about other things. What?
will you say something awful for me?
Like what?
I don't know. How about I'll road haul you until there's nothing left but a pelvis wearing a belt buckle?
I'll road hog you until there's nothing left but a pelvis wearing a belt buckle? Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah, but I want you to say it more sensuous than that. I will road haul. I'll road haul
I thought you said hog.
No. I will road haul you.
Oh,
I will road haul you until there's nothing left but a pelvis wearing a belt buckle.
Road haul you? What does that even mean?
It means I will strap a chain around your neck or your waist and drag you behind my car.
Okay.
So it's a Florida thing.
Must be.
How about I will reverse cowgirl you until there's nothing left but your flesh, then I'm going to tack it onto my wall and lick it daily.
There you go. That's just as good.
I gotta go to the
bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop out, Neil, and hop back in again if you don't mind.
Sure. Yep.
Thank you.
Which probably.
Give me something for 4 minutes.
Why am I hearing an echo?
It's not because of me. It's not my fault.
Maybe it was me.
Maybe because I was hearing what you were just saying like 2 minutes ago there, Faye.
Yeah, it may have been me. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No need to apologize. I knew this day would come
I'm
eventually.
usually so careful. You knew the day would come?
He seems to want me to sing Queensryche all the fucking time.
What are you
Dude,
supposed
nobody, listen. IQ, nobody can sing Queensryche.
No.
That guy has a fucking range like a goddamn piano, okay? Jeff Tate is like a fucking phenom. Nobody can sing that low and that high at the same fucking time.
Big hug, Josiah. That's what this is right here. Big fucking hug for you. Thanks, brother.
Have a good one.
Oh. All right, Rory's back.
Yeah, here we go. I need to change that avatar.
Yeah, no worries. It may be that a lot of times if you have the camera going, it can really chew up processor speed. So that might be part of the problem. That's why I got an Alienware computer. No more processor speed fucking problems.
I'm just glad I didn't scare you off, Rory.
Say again?
I'm glad I didn't scare you off.
No, not at all. No, in fact, I was enjoying your new hairdo. That's rather nice.
Thank you.
Wait.
It's a new avatar image.
It's not. Well, technically, I said that last time and Faye corrected me, saying it's not really new.
It's really old, actually.
It's just a reuse sort of one.
Like an 8-year-old drawing.
It's good, though. I like it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I could talk to
be a self-portrait at the time, but it's 8 years old.
Oh, is that what your hair actually looked like at one time?
Yeah, I've had it short most of my life, except for lately. It's been getting too long. Like, way too long.
No such thing as too long.
There is for me.
Well, look who's talking, so.
Sing something from hair.
Like, woolly mammoths will look at me and go, fuck, I wish I had that much hair. Okay, I know, they're not alive anymore. I get it.
But they are still edible.
They are, of course.
Yeah, they are edible. I don't know if you've seen Artivism with his hat off, but he has hair like Justin Timberlake in the 90s.
Justin Timberlake. Oh, yeah, I've seen that before.
Right now,
Hey, look. Hey, I love you guys. I have to go. I have something I have to attend to.
Oh, come on.
No. I have to go do something.
Okay, well, I never get to talk to you, so we have to do this again.
You have my phone number. Remember when I called you? Remember when I called you and you were like, "Who is this?"
Who's this creeper?
No, I was more like, "What the fuck?"
Sam.
Because I forgot.
She did.
I have Duke's phone number too. I have yet to.
I heard that rumor too.
Listen, if you drunk dial me, Neil, it'll be okay.
Okay. All right. Good.
I'll talk you through until you finish. It'll be fine.
This is why I love you guys.
I could always have a chat with Kitty about my experiences in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sure.
I went over there. It must have been. I was in the 1980s, mid 1980s, or something like that. And I went over with the British Food Export Council, which was a kind of a Quango, quasi-autonomous national government organization. And they actually flew us over for free to go to this thing called the International Fancy Food Show, which is held in the summer, normally in New York. For some reason that year they held it in Atlanta. And I was at this food show, and a distributor, local food distributor, came around and gave away all these invitations to people to come to this big distributor party that they had, which I went to. That's where I met my future wife. And anyway, during that party, suddenly shots ring out. Somebody is shooting at us from some buildings across the road and the railway tracks, and railroad tracks, I should say, I suppose. And the next thing we know, the mounted Atlanta police are riding up the railroad tracks, guns, revolvers drawn, firing back at these guys that were firing at the party. And this was my first time in the United States of America, my first visit ever. And that was quite an introduction, I have to say.
I can imagine.
It's so America, though. I mean, what else would you expect? Guns being fired and stuff like that.
Guys on horseback firing revolvers.
Right, riding up the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. It's like, what
It
am I?
really was.
You said the Atlanta Mounted Police, and I'm like, they have those? Oh, yes, they do. I remember seeing them. I'm not from Atlanta. I live here, but I'm actually from California. I moved out to South Carolina when I got divorced, and then I moved to Atlanta to move in with my current boyfriend, and I've been here for like almost 10 years now.
Right. I mean, we have mounted police in England, but they don't pull their guns. They start firing at people. In fact, they don't even have guns, I don't think, the mounted police. We do have some armed police in England.
When they kept shooting the horses in the head. I'd take their guns away.
You don't like when people brush your hair, Faye?
No.
What about if they run fingers through your hair? Is that okay?
Only if they do it perfectly.
What? Well,
how about if I pull it a little?
Only by the roots.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh.
You get in there nice and deep.
Yeah.
Whoa, this could be misconstrued.
I don't think you're misconstruing it, actually.
Okay.
I'm weird about hair. I'm weird. I know. I have a friend who likes to pet me.
What?
It's weird.
Mm-hmm. I love your hair. I'm gonna pet you. It's like, oh, please stop.
Get away from me.
If I'm awake when my boyfriend gets up to take his morning shower, I can almost expect to, will you wash my hair? Because I have fingernails.
Oh.
And so I'll sit there and just scratch his head, and he loves it.
Yeah, I get that.
Like a Labrador, you hit the right spot and the legs start.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Yeah, I've got really thick hair, and most of the time, if someone tries to brush it, they're pulling it in weird ways, and no.
They don't know how to do it properly.
No, they don't. And I've had my hair try to break. Well, I've broken a few combs.
Me too.
And I've gotten brushes caught in my hair because it's like, oh, let me style your hair. And it's like, my hair tries to eat the brush. You too. So you know what I mean. It's
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Get the fucking brush away from me. I will
I've
break your arms.
I've broken teeth on metal fucking combs.
Yep. Or ripped out the rubber insert, those weird ones with the rubber insert and they have the teeth in there. And you try to brush your hair and the whole thing just comes apart.
Yep. Falls apart.
And that's with short hair.
Like it was put together by a blind person in China.
Blue Collar Heathen asks an interesting question.
What?
A police dog is an officer. Is a horse an officer or a vehicle?
Yes.
It depends. Can you put a saddle on him?
You can put a saddle on a dog if you want.
Yeah, if the dog's big enough.
Yeah, like some of the Burmese mountain dog or something. That's practically a fucking horse.
Yeah. And you can put a horse-sized saddle on one of those.
Well, the answer would be yes, which means the answer is yes.
It's both an officer and a vehicle. We'll just go with that. Depending on the dog. I wouldn't call a Chihuahua a vehicle.
No.
Angie, I do have very
Unless you're like
straight
this
hair.
tall.
I just have straight hair that's really thick and like a freaking rug.
I had straight hair until I shaved my head. And then when it grew back, it grew in wavy like it is now.
Oh, it's cute though.
Well, it's wavy. That's all I know.
I could tell you a funny story, Neil, about horses and hair, if you like.
Oh, I'm always down for funny stories.
Okay, here we go. It was back, again, 1980s, I suppose, something like that. And there was News International, which was a big newspaper group in England, had moved from Fleet Street in London to Wapping in East London. And there were all these riots. And the police had their horses coming down the streets. And there was one guy I saw with hair much like yours, running out of the way of the police horses. And he went up on top of this little short brick wall. He grabbed onto some iron railings. And the horse saw his hair and thought, that looks what I have like what I have in my stable, and started eating his hair. And yes, and the police officer, he couldn't do anything to stop this horse, and this guy was screaming out, I'm being eaten. It's only because he had hair like yours.
Like, yeah, I know, because it looks like a big bale of straw.
It did. That's exactly right. A bale of hay. That's exactly what this horse thought. It was the funniest thing I've seen.
That's why I don't generally go near horses.
Or riots.
My ex has tried to eat my hair one time. So, because I was feeding him apples, when you do the open palm thing. And
sure.
I thought you meant your ex.
Me too. I didn't hear the horse
That's
part.
what I heard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your ex trying to eat your hair, and why did you have an apple in your hair?
Feeding your ex apples? This sounds kinky. What's going on here?
Hey, my kink shame is kink shaming.
You can't shame me, man. It's impossible. People have tried. I keep telling people, like a guy I used to work with him, like, you can't trip me. People have tried to trip me. They can't trip me. And for days he tried. And he goes, why won't you fall? I go, because I'm too fast for you, motherfucker.
Don't come off the floor easy.
No, I don't. They say the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Not so much in my case. Yeah. But that's probably from my youth, and it sticks with you. It's weird what sticks with you. Yes, Purple, my ex was a horse. All my martial arts training is probably what did that from when I was a kid, right? The taekwondo, the karate, the judo, that kind of shit. Especially the judo, because that teaches you to maintain balance even in awkward positions.
Yeah, I was in a marching band. Marching band gave me real good balance.
Did it?
Yeah. We were a good marching band, so we.
You were a good.
There was some work that went into marching, and that takes a lot of core.
Yes, it does actually.
I have the world's worst balance.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, balance is fine for me. It's everything else. I'm a complete klutz. Like I knock shit over and drop things, and I'm not entirely sure why. It could be.
I had my big toe sewn back on, so.
What?
You didn't know that?
I had no idea.
She broke it so bad she tried to snap it off her foot.
No, I broke it badly snapping it off my foot.
Ow.
Oh man, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was possible.
That's what the doctor said. He said, can you explain once again how you did this? It's like, sure.
I could try. So how did you do that?
Walking down a set of stairs, and on the last step, I lost my balance, and.
Oh man.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh.
From too many years, I think, of ballet training, I landed on my toe top, and it just snapped. It didn't snap at the joint. The little end metatarsal just snapped in half.
Ouch.
The momentum, the angle, everything was just perfect. Just to go crack, and I'm going, ow.
Franken-toe.
That's what I call it. Yeah.
Oh, it's cute. Oh, see, if I was there, I would have given it a kiss better for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'd have thrown up for you.
Gravity and I don't get along.
Yeah. Well, if you can imagine, when I do fall, gravity doesn't like me either.
Yeah. Somehow gravity and traction seem to conspire to make people fall, and I don't even know how they're related, but
traction?
She's talking about having a toe reattached, and my boyfriend had his whole foot and lower calf reattached.
Ow.
Ooh.
He was in a car accident when he was a teenager or younger, 12, and it took it off about mid-calf, and they reattached it.
Ooh.
And then 12 years ago, he was in another car accident. He was in the car this time. He got hit, and they broke that same leg.
Oh.
Wow.
So they had to put him in this like wire cage Lizaroth device thingy.
Yeah. Which is fun.
Yeah.
Well, he missed a grand opportunity to put it in a giant jar and on the coffee table.
There's a conversation piece.
Oh, his leg. Wait, I'm confused now.
That's
The
interesting.
amputated leg. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I've never broken a bone in my body, surprisingly enough.
That was the first time I ever did that.
I've broken one bone in here.
I've broken these 6 fingers a total of 13 times.
Wow.
Basketball. And brittle fucking fingers, apparently.
Well, this was a hockey injury, kind of.
The first time I broke this one was baseball, but the rest of them were all basketball.
Right. Well, I wasn't playing hockey. I was watching the Canucks beat Calgary in '94 to make it to or beat Toronto, or one of them, to make it to the end, only to lose to the Rangers, and they won the third series to go to beat the Rangers. And I got all excited and flung my arm around, and I hit a door handle and cracked my fucking.
Ow!
Ouch!
I didn't even know until 2 weeks later when I'm doing dishes. I'm like, this still hurts.
I broke my left arm. Almost a compound fracture. It was Z-shaped.
Oh.
Story time. This is the story I tell people when I tell them God hates me. I was at.
Oh.
You remember when we were talking and I said I went to spend the summer with a religious friend?
Yep.
Yeah.
So she had 3 kids, and the oldest one and my sister got along really well, and they were out in the yard laying out trying to get a suntan. And of course, my kid self was like, I don't understand this. This is boring. So I started running around and jumping over them. And her daughter got up on her hands and knees and said, hey, try this. So I stepped back about 4 feet and took a running jump at her. My ankles caught her side, and I landed face first in the dirt. My left arm landed on a Bible.
Oh, wow.
So I broke my arm on the Bible.
Oh, yeah. God.
Thanks, Nelson. That's really funny.
Yeah.
If you didn't have that dangerous thing around, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Bible is a weapon.
God didn't love you then, did he?
No. That's it. I'm busting her arm.
Your future crimes. I don't know.
Yeah. So what's that fucking movie where they could arrest people for crimes they hadn't committed yet? It's that Tom Cruise thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I know a few anime like that, but
yes.
No
one comes to mind right off the top of my head.
Minority Report.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah.
Shit, what's it called? It starts with an O.
What is it?
Anime about that same sort of thing.
yeah, they have scanners, and then they have to go and basically kill the person before they commit the crime.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
I can't remember the name.
I thought it started with an O.
You might be right. I don't know.
Anyway.
It was very interesting, though.
Yeah. Oh, I love anime. They come up with some crazy shit, man. Those guys.
I'm watching a few good ones.
I still have. I've only ever seen the first season of Attack on Titan. I still got to see the other 2 that they've released.
Oh, that's just bizarre.
It's a crazy one, man.
But it's got great art.
It does. And those contraptions that they use to fly around and shit, those are crazy.
So the only thing that I can find is one called Psychopaths.
Psychopaths. I think that's one of them where it's a similar idea.
So I have got right on my desk. I've got the complete series of Cowboy Bebop, Wolf Children. I've got Ghost in the Shell, but I think it's the second movie. I need to get the first one so I can watch it. The Cowboy Bebop movie. And of course, I love anything by Studio Ghibli.
Of course.
Howl's Moving Castle.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's fucking
Let's see.
awesome.
I have. Let me see. I have
Spirited Away.
when Marnie was there, The Boy and the Beast, Song in the Sea, My Neighbor Totoro,
Yeah.
Ponyo.
Princess Mononoke.
I do have that. I have got
Kiki's
Pom
Delivery
Poko.
Service.
I haven't seen that, and I need to get that one.
Yeah, it's a really good one. It's a really cute one.
But I got Pom Poko, The Princess Kagura, Tales of Earthsea, The Cat Returns, Mononoke.
Tales of Earthsea is awesome.
Yeah.
Grave of the Fireflies.
I haven't watched it, and I don't think I can.
Why?
Because it's a sad
hard.
story. It's really hard to watch.
Yeah,
I've heard multiple people tell me.
Artie's like, are these guys speaking English?
Yeah. Nerd alert.
Nerd alert.
Otaku.
Otaku.
I don't anime.
That's okay. It's okay.
I ain't mad. I caught up on some Twitter.
the thing that got me into anime was Vampire Hunter D.
I had the books.
And then the first anime that I remember watching was Inuyasha.
Oh, good Lord.
Sick boy.
I never got too far on Inuyasha, but I heard that it evolves into Inuyasha Kagome. Inuyasha Kagome.
Yeah, exactly. By the time end of season 2 comes around, that's pretty much all it is. Although they did have some really neat demon designs in Inuyasha, but it's mostly just them back and forth screaming for each other. It's a total, like, when I first started watching it, one of my buddies goes, "Oh, you're watching the most popular anime for 14-year-old girls?" I'm like, "Oh, really?" Because I don't mind the storyline; it's okay, but it just gets kind of silly.
Have you guys seen? Oh, great! I just had it in my mind and now I forgot it. The one about the little boy, and his mom.
I have not heard of this. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Hold on, I've got suckers based on it in my refrigerator. I'm gonna go get it because I can't remember the name.
Okay, I got suckers based on it, and they're in the refrigerator.
Do you need
I realize that one of the reasons I wear these sunglasses is because sometimes I don't pick up on shit all that quick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you like, Artie, we could, if you return 3 box tops from your favorite cereal, we'll send you a decoder ring.
Oh, that'd be fucking sweet. I'm just wondering why Never mind.
Oops. I have this.
You're wearing a Zopdos, sure.
I have an import store near here that brings in stuff from Japan and China, and now it doesn't have its name on it because it's in Chinese or Japanese. I'm not sure which.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Have you seen any Inspector?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
It's new. It's good.
I'll have to look it up. There was one on Netflix that I really dug, where they had those spirit warriors with them. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. He could command them. He could control them. Hang on. Come on, work, you piece of crap. Lock and Key. That looks interesting. Anyway.
So angry and bitter.
What in the fuck? Okay. Search.
The Devil is a Part-Timer is pretty funny.
That's fun. That's a cute one.
Welcome to Demon School is pretty funny.
One I really didn't care for was that, was it the Uran Host Club thing? That was kind of dumb. One Punch Man. Who doesn't like One Punch Man?
Mob Psycho?
Yeah, that's a good one. Baki, that's a good one. Soul Eater, another good one.
I love Soul Eater.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites, actually.
You have to get through the first 3 episodes before you can begin, though.
Full Metal Alchemist, of course. This was a more modern one. See if I can find it. Oh, they still have Inuyasha on Netflix. Huh.
That time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's cute.
Naruto, Kakaguri.
Naruto. Oh yeah, it's called Sasuke.
I think so. I never really got into Naruto. So
It's because it turns into Sasuke. Sasuke, Sasuke, Sasuke. Oh, Sasuke. Where's Sasuke?
I found it. The anime I was thinking of, it's called Shin-Chan. It's about a little boy who goes to an American school in Japan. Now, to give you a taste of the humor of this show, starts out with two little boys standing on swinging, and the one boy asks the other one, says, "Hey Georgie, what are you getting for an allowance these days?" And he goes, 50 bills plus stock options. And the other one goes, "Wow, what are your parents? Doctors, lawyers, or Jews?"
Ooh.
That is the very first joke from the thing.
And they throw that in there? Seriously? Wow.
Right. Okay, we could tell where this is going to go.
The damn Jews.
And lawyers.
Hey, wait a minute. I was a Jew. Emphasis on the was.
Yeah, well.
I was a terrible Jew.
Everybody
spent my money.
Again.
I spent my money and everyone else's money too. So, look at this. My daughter loves Soul Eater. She's 13. So, what are you trying to say?
Amazing art.
It does.
But isn't that a really, really dark one for a 13-year-old?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I one of my favorite things that I see shared around Facebook once in a while about that involves anime is it's showing a little girl sitting on a chair, and it's showing a scene from Full Metal Alchemist on it. And it's the picture. It's a picture of the dog and the girl whose names I cannot remember right now.
Right.
And her older sister comes in and says, "Oh, you're watching anime. Oh, that's a good one." Those two characters become really close by the end of the series. And then the next scene is the older cousin sitting at the chair, and the door flies open. She goes, "That's mean."
That's another one of my very favorite ones is Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist. You can't watch the dubbed one though. You got to watch the actual Japanese one.
Try again.
I remember that.
There was a Twitter storm recently about a 3D anime woman.
Yeah.
I don't know whether did you see that one? I mean, that where she's like twerking and things and.
No, but you're gonna have to give.
It's a robot. I was just searching for it. I couldn't find it because I can't remember.
Are you talking about Alita?
Yeah, I think it was Alita Battle Angel, maybe.
Battle Angel? Yeah, which they're still deciding on whether or not they want to continue it now in part 2. Because they end it, right? And you're left wide open. And they should do a part 2. But
this was something different. But unfortunately, I can't remember it. So sorry about that. But I thought I'd
robot twerking.
Mention it.
Sounds like Alita.
Well, it's a 3D anime character. And obviously, behind that character, there is an actual woman doing the moves.
It is Alita. It's all of its reality, like real, but her character is animated CG on top of an actual person doing the acting. Yes.
Was she the one that they made a hologram for?
I don't think so.
For concerts?
No, you're thinking of the long blue ponytail hair.
Blue or green? I think it was green.
It's like an aqua blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's her name?
Can't remember her name.
Yeah, she's a hologram rock starlet or whatever. Yeah.
She's from one of those rhythm games.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of my Yu-Gi-Oh buddies like her. I don't really care, but Artie's just like, what?
My Yu-Gi-Oh buddies.
You got a problem with Yu-Gi-Oh, man?
No, it's the fact that you've got a clan of buddies.
He's right.
I don't want you to think that you've chased me off with this topic, but I was in the middle of cleaning humidifiers when I got the invitation. I was listening, and now all that shit has dried up and stuck back to my humidifier, so I gotta go bang that off before I can go to bed tonight.
You gotta bang one off before you go
I'm
to
gonna
bed.
take my leave.
You'll bang one off excuse. I got you.
I'm gonna take my leave, but I appreciate it.
Aw.
Great fun.
That's okay. We got someone to replace you now.
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh.
I haven't talked to Badger.
It's a badger.
Hello.
Rory, it was a pleasure to meet you.
And
Hey.
you.
My love. Kitty, pleasure meeting you. Badger,
Hello.
sorry, your timing sucks. You can't talk to me, but I miss you, and we'll talk later.
Oh, screw you too.
Have a good night, you guys.
Oh shit! I just
Come
saw
on my
this.
show sometime.
I just saw this. You pulled a reverse on me.
Yeah, well, I said I should come on your show, so here I am.
Yeah, you are.
You see, Neil, we're not all asleep in England.
No, I kind of figured.
This is a silly time to be asleep. This is prime.
Prime snoring hour.
Also, I'm feeling great right now because last night I fell asleep in my chair at like 10 p.m.
Not during a live stream, I hope.
No, I was just sitting here and I just
Save that for mine.
I just went and then I woke up again at like 2 a.m. and thought, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. So today I'm just like, woohoo!
Yeah, I got all this energy from such a gracious late nap. I can't even speak anymore. I can't even speak anymore. A gracious nap. I don't even care. Sorry.
So how is everyone?
Well, can't complain, and when I do, nobody cares anyway. So.
Yeah,
No, very well.
I know.
Badger, we've been talking about a variety of subjects. Cary Elwes' penis was one of them.
Outstanding.
I was very outstanding.
We
What
know
else?
Duke, right? Duke Bonanza was saying he would totally touch Cary Elwes' penis. So that's kind of how that.
Of course, it was a stick.
And Badger, I totally doxed myself by saying that I was Cary Elwes' roommate at school.
Oh dear.
And I saw his penis.
Eventually, it's going to happen if you're roommates.
That's fine though, because most of the people watching probably won't know who you're talking about.
But I know.
Oh, I don't
You're
know.
kidding, right?
He has a big fan
Cary
base.
We
Well,
know.
a lot of the young'uns talking won't.
Well, that's
Not
true.
talking, listening. I know words.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, those things you kind of put together and then spit out, right? In your head, and then they come out of your head.
It is like 3 a.m. So
Is it like 3 a.m. or is it 3 a.m.?
it's like 3 a.m. because it's 8 minutes past.
Right, so it's shortly after 3 a.m.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
It is-
morning there.
It is within the closeness of time to be considered like something.
That's really with those one thing. Fuck it, never mind. yeah, that's pretty much right, Artie. Mikey, if you're available, you can jump in here. I did post a link in the usual suspects. I'm not sure if you're in that group though.
So
That's funny.
I'm listening.
So how did the main show go? Because I've literally just got back into my burrow after foraging for roleplay dice.
Foraging for roleplay dice. It went really well, actually. We spoke about Kitty's deconversion for about 12 minutes, and then we went on to other shit like Faithless Forum and stuff like that. So it was good.
That's why I said that my whole thing with these interview shows is I'm like, my deconversion story is not very interesting, or at the very least, it's just very short.
Mm. Many of them are, but I'm pretty good at stretching out a conversation. So.
Well, as we've learned.
Shush, Badger. That's enough out of you. One of these days, I'm coming across the pond and kicking your ass. That's all I can tell you.
Well, while you're here, you come on my show.
As soon as I lifted my fucking beer, I knew that was going to come out of your mouth, and I'm like, I should take a sip because it's going to end all over the screen. Put your 3D goggles on, folks. It'll look real.
You should come on the show at some point, then. It'd be good fun.
I know. I should. Why don't we do this like right now? When do you want me to come on? Like, when do you have a time for me to come on?
Well, you see, that's the thing right now. I don't know because I'm dealing with a lot of stuff that I need to get sorted out at Lightcraft at the moment, so I don't have a schedule.
Okay. Well, mine is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So there's all those other days that I can do something if you want. Actually, this Saturday, I think I'm going at noon. If I remember talking to Lloyd about it, I think noon would work best for him. Yeah. Shall we say February 23rd, noon your time? I'm like, sounds good to me. I'll pencil you in. So, yeah, we're going on noon on Saturday, which I just realized was also the same day of my Uncle David's birthday brunch, which I'm going to have to miss.
Oh, dear.
That's okay. That's okay. He doesn't even like me. That's okay. I'm joking. He likes me.
Is he going to DaveCon?
Is he going to DaveCon? My Uncle David? No.
Yeah, well, I thought that's what it was for. It's for Daves, isn't it?
These are the Daves I know. These are the Daves I know. No. I think they... Come on, Badger. Shut up. I'm totally like walking into this one, too. Yeah, it's all about Daves. No,
It's 3 a.m. I'm just anything that comes into my brain, I'm just
I don't have that filter on right now, okay?
I've been playing right. I've been round my friend's house doing the old role play where I'm playing a psychopath character, so I've had to turn my filter off for that.
Right, and it just hasn't come back into place yet. Everybody hide. Keep sharp objects away from Badger right now.
Soon after I met Badger, I was standing as a political candidate, and I turned around to him and said, Badger, if you vote for me, I will campaign against the Badger Cull. And he turned around to me very politely and said, I'd love to, Rory, but I'm not in your constituency.
He can move.
That is true. That is very much how that conversation happened.
Well, so you guys have actually met each other.
But I could do postal vote fraud.
You could, yeah.
It's always an option.
I can vote for you too, Rory, if you want.
I did very much like your rosette there.
Thank you, Badger.
I mean, I am part of the what do they call it? The Commonwealth? Is that what it's called?
I believe so. Yeah.
I mean, we're. I think we just recently got out of that, didn't we?
Oh, so you must know the Queen then.
Oh, of course. She was over for tea yesterday.
Because you know, everyone in every British person, and by extension, everyone in the Commonwealth knows the Queen personally.
Of course.
I have had lunch with the Queen once, actually. Now you mention it, Badger. Yeah.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. She borrowed $5 off me. She still owes it to me. I'm like, you're the Queen. What do you mean you don't have any fucking money?
No, she's quite amusing. Yeah, she's quite an amusing person.
I've heard that.
Her Majesty, yeah.
I saw a picture of her walking past Prince Philip. He's standing there in all his like fabulous uniforms and standing to attention. She's just walking past giggling. And somebody's captioned that picture. Philip, I'm on stamps and you're not.
So, hey, since we've got two British people on here, I'm going to ask you a question.
You know, they're just pretending, right? Just kidding.
Fake accents unite.
That's right.
I'm still trying to... I'm actually not doing anything about this, but I should go on that stream. Sorry, go on.
You brought up the subject of the Queen. What is your thoughts on, like, because like I keep seeing in like the American tabloids that like she's being really rude and mean to Meghan, and this, that, and the other, or that Meghan's being a bitch to them or something like that. And I'm like, what are your thoughts? Like, why do you think that Harry?
I think they should settle it with an arm wrestle.
Decided to separate so much.
Yeah, okay. I mean, first of all, Harry and Meghan didn't ask permission of the Queen to do what they're going to do. So, yeah, I mean, I think she'd be a bit annoyed about that, but I don't think she's been nasty to them. She's just said, look, if you want to do that, forget the British government paying for you. You come to pay for yourself if you want to do that, which I think is very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you kind of have to understand what you're dealing with here, which is when you say the Queen has been very rude to someone, this is the Queen of England we're talking about. So being very rude to someone, it could just be not offering them a cup of tea.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know. I've just been trying to figure out, like there was this thing I read that there was accusations that William had cheated on Kate, and that in order to dissuade the media from covering that he had given them permission to say anything they wanted about Meghan. Like, and I'm saying that with air quotes, and I'm just like, that just sounds like bollocks.
I would say yes, that is probably bollocks.
I would think so.
I don't know your thoughts on that, Rory, but he's muted.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
I said I had read on one of these tabloids that William is supposedly accused of cheating on Kate, and that in order to kind of change the attention, that he's given the press permission to say whatever they want about Meghan.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, Badger.
Yes.
If I was married to Kate, I would definitely not cheat on her.
Yeah.
And I said, when I heard that, I said, I don't believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think that those boys would cheat on their wives, because I can't see them doing to their wives what basically their father did to their mother, but on an emotional level. I just can't see them doing that to their own kids.
Oh, yeah, but Diana and Prince Charles cheated on one another.
True.
Mm-hmm.
But
so,
Diana's dead and Prince Charles isn't, so they might have more of a, I would think, a more emotional connection with their mother and her plight, quote unquote. But that was just my thoughts on it. When
I am of the opinion that it was that particular thing is probably bollocks.
I don't think this is what we think, guys. The faith is, having faith in the unseen, all that stuff that they say in the Bible. But faith isn't. I don't think to have faith is not fear of heaven or fear of hell, and punishment of hell, or whatever. That's just sort of something that's attached to the religious belief system, right? But no. Faith. We get what faith is. I know what faith is. I mean, even as an atheist, I'll use the word from time to time. Wonder Lady, we've had this conversation before, but it's more colloquial. Like you have faith that your partner won't cheat on you. Really, you could say you trust that your partner won't cheat on you. But yeah, I get it.
Well, I think the difference in the usage of the word faith that I've noticed between the believers and the non-believers is that believers will tend to use faith in that sense, like having faith in as in trusting someone.
Sure, as a colloquialism.
Whereas the non-believer,
there's faith and then religious faith. I think there's a bit of a difference there.
Yeah, whereas a non-believer the way that the non-believer generally talks in regard to the God concept is saying, if they say I don't believe in God in the way, whereas the theist would, I'm not speaking coherently. Let me start again. the way the theist would use saying I believe in God would be the same thing as I trust God, whereas the way the non-believer would say it would be, if you applied it to a romantic partner, we would say I don't believe my romantic partner is a real person or exists at all. So I think there is yeah, it would be like saying that my romantic partner is a character that I've made up in my head based on a character from a book.
Yours too?
Dark Matter made a video or something. I think it was Dark Matter, where he basically explained that he was talking about this, and he was saying it's like, I come up to Neil and tell Neil that I've got a girl, that I know a girl who's just perfect for him, and all he has to do is give her a chance, and they'll be like the perfect relationship. And then Neil asks me for some proof of that she exists, like her name, her address, something like that. And instead of providing him that information, I said, well, don't you believe me when I say she's real? Instead of validating and then getting offended at him for not believing me. I'm drinking. I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
It'd be like setting up a date with someone for someone, and then you show up, and the date doesn't show up, and this happens consecutively 5 times. You say, "Does this person even exist?" You go, "Of course they exist."
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Here's something that I think is the main argument is God sent Jesus as Savior when he didn't have to. You are absolutely right there. He did not have to.
He could have just forgiven us.
He could have just forgiven everyone.
Yeah.
Why he requires some form of blood sacrifice, especially his own alleged offspring? Or was it him in bodily form? You could have said, well, why would any deity that would send a person to an eternal torture for a finite crime is no deity I would ever want to worship.
What was that? Someone said he sacrificed himself to himself to forgive him, so that he could forgive you for the laws that he set for himself.
Right.
I can't remember who said that.
It's the mob boss.
A lot of people have said versions
probably.
of that.
Half of my quotes are from Matt anyway. So.
A lot of people have said versions of that. My approach to it is God in that scenario is a mafia boss. You know, he gets your fingerprints on the apple, and then says, "Well, looks like you got to do what I say now. Otherwise, you'll be wearing these concrete shoes straight down to hell."
Well, it used to be
God's like a mob boss.
It used to be that if you were supposed to serve military time, you could pay someone to do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think of the whole, like, dying for your sins is you're basically taking the whole, well, someone else can pay for my meal, someone else can pay for that, someone else can serve my time. It's kind of disgusting. Okay. There's no responsibility there.
Yeah.
And this whole, like, oh, well, you know, we can do all this stuff, you know, I'm a sinner, but I'm forgiven. It's like a blank check for being a douchebag.
Well, right. I've said that before. It's like if I walk up and smack Neil, but then I have to ask Wonder Lady for forgiveness. And Wonder Lady can just be like, "You are forgiven," but I don't have to.
She's gonna go,
Well, okay, but I don't have to make any reparations.
I
don't have to make any reparations to Neil for the harm that I've caused him.
Right.
But I'm forgiven by someone who is not hurt by what I've done.
Right. So,
well, I would argue that that God did that because he'd realised he'd created the world and made a bit of a mistake.
God doesn't make mistakes.
And therefore
making mistakes.
And therefore sent Jesus down because people were being naughty in Sodom and Gomorrah and places like that, and therefore thought, oh, I better send an offspring of mine, you know, to forgive their sins and make them better.
Well, why? I mean, if God is allegedly perfect, like Grateful to Jesus has been saying, first of all, perfect is an idealism and doesn't actually exist. There's no such thing as perfect. Everywhere you look at anything that claims to be perfect, you'll find a flaw. But even in those machine-made spherical fucking ball bearings, there are flaws. And they look perfect from the outside. Perfection is an idealism. It's not real. Eden never happened. However, we know that there's a mitochondrial Eve that was the mother to all the human species that ever lived. And there were multiple.
And it wasn't just a one being either.
Well, they have what they call the mitochondrial Eve. And then more
check with Jackson Wheat. I promise you.
Oh no, I know. I've had the talk with him.
Okay.
Okay. I don't believe that there is a God. I don't believe that creation is a thing, because I'm in the science field and I've seen stuff that totally negates that entire premise. The entire thing about sin was made up so that they'd have control over you. Religions are created by really shitty people to control other people. That's why religion started. It's been in our... Actually, we are actually literally genetically encoded to have these kinds of beliefs. But that was for a survival instinct, nothing more. It was so we could... If you're sitting around a campfire and it's dark out and you hear a noise, you're going to go, shit, what is that? And you see this kind of figure. It may not even be anything, but you're going to run for safety. It's like a survival instinct, and that's where gods came from. And there have been hundreds of thousands of gods proposed by humans. None of them have ever been demonstrated as being real. None of them.
I like the Egyptian ones myself. They're kind of fun.
I posted a little meme about that earlier today.
Oh, Badger, are you an atheist or are you polytheist? I can't remember.
I am. Let me put it this way. I am an atheist in the sense that I don't believe any of them exist outside the human mind. But depending on my mood, I quite enjoy some of the fun rituals and stuff involved in paganism. So I will sometimes... I know people who are pagans. I will sometimes go along to those things because, in my experience, they're a lot of fun. But I don't go there because I believe those gods to actually exist, although I believe them to exist in the minds of the people who partake in those ceremonies, and that's kind of the point. So I'm an atheist in the sense I don't believe they exist outside the mind, but sometimes I'm not against the cultural traditions of the ceremonies.
Gotcha.
I'm not an anti-theist, let's put it that way.
Wolf the Red.
I used to be, but I'm not anymore. Sorry, I'm interrupting there.
No problem. I don't know that I was ever... It's weird. I went through a stage where I did call myself an anti-theist, despite the fact that I was Wiccan at one point, and I knew that those people existed, but it didn't really click in my mind. Like, when I say I'm anti-theism includes that too. And it wasn't until meeting Ocean online and his group, Callan, and all them, that I was like, yeah, that actually doesn't make sense for me to call myself that. But the reason what I was saying was that Wolf recently posted a video of him doing a ritual, and he's commenting about, like, do you want more videos? And people are like, yeah. And I was sitting there thinking, he should get somebody who's not involved in the ritual to film it, because he was filming it from a first-person perspective. And then I'm like, well, I live down the street, and I wouldn't take part in the ritual, but I would go. Not down the street, technically, but...
I'd even take part. It's fun. I used to do that shit. Oh, grateful to Jesus, man. I really hope you find your way free. You look like you're in pretty deep. I've spoken to people that have been in this even deeper than you, and let me tell you something. They were they felt so much better once they broke free from the belief systems that they were part of. I've spoken to preachers. I've spoken to all kinds of people that were clergy that they couldn't believe, and they finally broke free from it. Because if your God is real, I'm sorry, he's a dick. That's all I can tell you.
Agreed.
please find your way free. And then come on my show and tell me your deconversion story. That's one way to get people on. But you guys, I have to get out of here.
Okay.
Since 7 o'clock hit, I've been texted 15 times by people. Where the hell are you? I'm coming. I told them that I'm usually late because I have to do my show. And they're fine. They're just bugging the shit out of me. That's all. Yeah, it's hockey night, guys. My team's playing hockey.
Gotcha.
I see.
Yeah, damn Canadians. You and your hockey.
You and your sports.
Jeez, Badger, this Grateful to Jesus really likes you.
It's because I'm replying.
Oh.
However, if
Nathaniel, is that you?
Grateful to Jesus would like to discuss with me at some point these things, I am open to discussion. You can find me on the Twitter, or you can come on my show, or you could email me at my official email address.
Oh, here we go. Grateful to Jesus, you should talk to Badger. Badger's one of the coolest people I know. And
Badger at Cocktail.li.
Susan and Nate are here. Or Nathaniel.
Yeah, I growled at Grateful to Jesus the other day. I think just yesterday.
What did you?
Yeah,
I'm only open to having discussions with people on within reason any topic.
Now they're speaking as if they know the mind of God, which you apparently aren't supposed to.
8-ball.
Yeah. Anyway.
Shake it up, that 8-ball, so you can get your answer. All right.
They've got the magic 8-ball, and now they have the sarcastic 9-ball. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, you could, look it up. It's fucking funny. Sarcastic 9-ball. It's like, am I going to get some tonight? Like you could. You know, that kind of thing, right?
Well, what they need to do is do, what would it be? A good number for it. Like the, the guilt-tripping Jewish mother thing.
Oh, believe me, I know what a guilt-tripping Jewish mother is.
Yeah. They need one of those to shake it up.
You never write, you never phone.
Exactly.
It's like that old joke. How many Jewish moms does it take to screw in a light bulb? Who needs light? My son never writes. He never phones. Yeah, that's my mom to a T.
Sarcastic 9-ball. Okay, my mother's birthday present is sorted. Thank you.
Beautiful. See,
I'm not kidding.
I help. No, that would be a great gift. I'm thinking of getting some of those myself as well.
I'm sure she loves. I'm sure she loves you, Neil.
Oh, absolutely. My mom and I are
saw it
thick as thieves.
The other day, it was somebody with the magic 8-ball, and they shake it and they go, "Magic 8-ball, am I stupid?" And they turn it over, and it's just got the 3 holes for a bowling ball.
Oh. I love that.
Just FYI, these are all assertions that have zero to back them up. So you guys know. All right, guys, I got to call this one quits. Thank you, everyone, for jumping in tonight. It's a lot of fun when you guys... And Badger, you've come in for the closer. I like it. And Rory, great to have you in again, man.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
And we'll have you in again. On Saturday, I'm talking, but it's going to be at noon my time, so like 8-ish your time. I'll be talking with Lloyd Evans, who's also on your guys' side of the pond.
Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah.
The John Cedars YouTube channel.
I was so glad to hear that he's coming to Faithless Forum, because last year, right after they did that, they were like, "Who would you like to see at next Faithless Forum?" And I was like, Lloyd Evans.
Lloyd, yeah. I'm happy because I'll actually get to give him a great big hug and handshake in person. I'm going to threaten him with that when I talk to him on Saturday. So.
Be careful, you don't want to come across sounding like a Gurgachek.
No, I'm not going to come across sounding like that. I'm sure people wouldn't put me in the same pot.
No. I was just the use of the word threaten. It was the first thing that popped into my mind.
Right. Yeah, I got you. Yes, grateful to Jesus. You should make a Twitter and look me up. It's at 604 Atheist. Anyway, because I'm going to be having another show at some point where I talk to people about why they're convinced that there's deities. So maybe I can have you on one day. Anyway.
Well, I should come on that one.
You're just looking for every excuse. You're always in my fucking after party, so you're always in my shows. Anyway, I really should come on your show, though, Badger.
You can't beat the Badger.
I can't believe we haven't talked about this before.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it in the past 10 minutes. All right. Thank you to my wonderful guest of honor tonight, Pirate Kitty. I had a lot of fun chatting with you earlier. And, of course, the after parties are always a big bundle of fun. So,
yep.
And thank you for joining me again today, Faye. It's been great having you on.
I love coming on.
Yeah, we do have some pretty good times here. And thanks to the folks that disappeared. We got Artie and Nadine, Josiah and Duke, who are also with us tonight. I'll throw them in the mentions later. And
did I miss Nadine as well?
Yes, you did. Yes. And thanks to our friends from across the pond, Rory and Badger, for joining us tonight, because it's ridiculous o'clock where you guys are. So thank you for being troopers and plugging it out with us.
It was a good laugh. It was a good laugh.
And until next time, guys, like I always say at the end of these things, like the late, great Christopher Hitchens once said, listen carefully, grateful. It's called faith because it's not knowledge.